Missouri governor declares state of emergency in Ferguson. What's going on, guys? Make Electric. It is Tuesday, the 18th of November, 2014. Want to give you all the latest links I have on Ferguson. I got people sending me links left and right. A lot of people know that I'm very close to this scene. Let me just give you what I got. Missouri governor declares state of emergency in Ferguson. This happened yesterday. National Guard on standby. This article goes, they got a video on it on CNN. Article goes in to talk about all the preparations being made. From CBS News, you got police nationwide brace for protest after Ferguson decision. This came out November 15. You also got the FBI. Media ITE puts this out. FBI warns of Ferguson violence from extremists after grand jury decision. Come out November 17. We got get a gun. Ferguson cop warns we won't be able to protect you. Well, they proved that the first time around. A lot of us sat here and watched those stores get looted all night long with no police coverage at all. That was very interesting, so we're going to see more of that. I think the message being sent there was either you accept the police state or we're not going to be there at all. So, it might be a good thing in the end, more guns being sold, more people, arming up and realizing that they need to protect themselves because, anyway, I'm going off on let's just get on with this. Hacker activist group, you had the KKK come out and say they're going to start plowing down black people. You got Hacker activist group Anonymous seizes KKK Twitter accounts, reveals identities. This is local media, 17 November. I'll put a link to that. A lot of interesting directions this thing is going. Now, this is the one that everybody's talking about. Navy vet labeled a terrorist for posting images of DHS vehicles in Missouri. Apparently somebody who worked at a local hotel up in North County noticed that there's a lot of DHS vehicles in their parking garage, took pictures, posted video of it. Well, he gets fired. Not only does he get fired, his boss actually goes so far as to call him a terrorist. He's a terrorist for being aware and saying, look, there's all these DHS vehicles, people might want to be aware. Now, this doesn't really alarm me too much. I've seen these DHS vehicles in St. Louis before. Seen them quite a few times driving around the streets. I don't agree with it. I think it's, the Nazi police state, but I've made videos on that topic. For this man to actually lose his job and to be branded a terrorist, a Navy veteran, it's just more of the same crap. It's just that article from InfoWars, but it's all over the internet if you don't like that source. There's a much bigger problem, I think. You got Mike Brown's parents addressing the UN, talking about the UN needs to intervene. No, they don't. I know his parents probably mean well and want to bring attention to a situation that really needs attention brought to it. However, I don't think people, there's still a lot of people who are not awake to what's going on. There's a much bigger problem in this country. These protests and riots and whatever, when they kick off, are they going to be infiltrated? Well, the New York Times puts this out. More federal agencies are using undercover operations. This came out November 15, talking about how many people there are in the crowds that are actually, agents. Be aware of that. You also got this. More Bay Area. Be advised, my friends in San Francisco, more Bay Area police departments interested in getting Stingray cell phone surveillance devices. This is San Francisco, but this is happening all over the United States. I know I'm jumping around a little bit, but just to orchestrate a point of the bigger police state problem. And I'll put a link to that's going on everywhere. You got the my last report I put out, they're flying planes over this country to track your cell phones. You've also got the ongoing, Michael Brown, whatever you think about it, whether he was a thug and went for the officer's gun or the officer gunned him down, is part of the much bigger police state problem. You also have another town in Missouri. Fox 4 KC puts this out. Family of arrested 80-year-old man say Lone Jack police used excessive force. A military veteran, 80 years old, on his tractor, has a problem with people on his property. The cops proceed, you got to pull it up and watch the video report, yank him off his tractor, beat the hell out of him. These cops must feel like really big men to beat up an 80-year-old disabled veteran. This is just one of hundreds of other stories going on in the background while everybody's distracted with this Ferguson thing. Oh, and what's the new thing? Look at this on CNN right now. More rape allegations against Bill Cosby. Oh, he molested me in 1969. So the sheep will have their next bull crap out of Hollywood to deal with. Mad World puts this out. It begins, be advised, Buffalo police to confiscate registered guns from families of the deceased. They're confiscating guns. There's many things going on. Let's talk about indoctrination through the school system. School lockdown drill upsets Polk parents. Where'd this happen? Out of Florida. Winter Haven, Florida, November 14. A surprise lockdown drill. scares the shit out of all these kids in a PSYOP operation. Cops come in and just guns drawn. Oh, this is just a drill. Nobody was aware of it. I'm sorry for my language, but this crap upsets me because we see it every day. You got this. Look at this. Second grader homework. Please tweet this and send this link out everywhere. And be sure to check out the video. Second graders' homework teaches the government gives us our rights. The government gives us our rights. You really want to check out that video. That is some Nazi. The government doesn't give us jack. That is an outrage. You just got to pull it up and check it. An outrageous story. Goes on to talk about how the government gives us privileges and rights, and this is why you got to support your government, otherwise you won't have these rights. This is the crap that's being turned out in this Common Core bull crap. Speaking of that, report says Chicago schools are teaching safe anal sex to 5th graders. This came out November 17. More Common Core, the gay agenda. It doesn't surprise me it's coming out of Chicago because I'm sure Rahm Emanuel has much experience with this, being the ex-White House Chief of Staff. You know, I got one more at the bottom. Know your rights. A lot of this country's population lives around the coastal areas because people are attracted to the ocean despite all the radiation in the water from Fukushima. But I bet a lot of these people don't know about the Constitution-free zone. If you live near the coast of the United States, you live in a Constitution-free zone, meaning you're not protected by the Constitution. I bet many people don't know that. That's an old story, but somebody threw it in my chat room last night. I just wanted to bring that up because there's a lot of people that are lost in the fog of, Ferguson and Bill Cosby and all this other crap going on. People don't realize, that story coming out about the government gives us our rights. That's what they're teaching. And if nobody stood up and said anything, us crazy people out here who've been pointing this out for years and been just ridiculed at every corner. Imagine if nobody said anything about any of this and it was just allowed to go on. 2-3 generations later, you have, people are only good as good as their programming. You're a blank hard drive when you're born. If they're teaching that crap, and nobody said anything, then 2, 3, 4 generations later, you have, you're living in North Korea. You have a society in North Korea. I read a story about how a lady actually thinks that Kim Jong-un invented the cheeseburger or something, because that's their indoctrination. It's just people. We have a much bigger problem than Ferguson. Yes, Ferguson's going to be a problem. It's going to be a mess. I just want everyone to remain focused on the bigger picture. Look at all these stories I've linked below. Please rate this video. Please share it. Pass the information around. There's a much darker agenda at play. I know I'm running on with this video. I don't know how to end it. I don't know how to sum this up other than, be aware and share the information and make your friends and family aware. That's all I got for now. You guys take care. Stay safe. I'll see you on the next one.